I learned a lot from the podcast I did with Dr. Bisson, as I'm sure is true for the most of you. Speaking of podcast, have you heard of the Neanderthal Minds podcast on Spotify? Well, I would like to announce that I am now a part-time co-host of the podcast, and I recommend you all check it out. Alright, back to the video. Today I want to bring light to one of the segments of the conversation with me and Dr. Bisson. It is a Paleolithic site, or Middle-Paleolithic site, where Neanderthals were selecting specific cuts of meat. So, let's talk about that for a few minutes. The Middle-Paleolithic site is called Neumark-Nord, found in the Geisel Valley of central Germany. This open-air site consists of multiple areas, but the site mentioned by Dr. Bisson was specifically Neumark-Nord 2. Excavated in the late 60s, we get direct evidence of what the Neanderthals preferred in terms of cuts of meat. Unsurprisingly, the research shows typical hunter-gatherer behavior, much like the Plains Indians who hunted bison who then took the rumps and tongues. The Neanderthals were doing the same thing some hundreds of thousands of years ago. Another interesting thing about this site is unlike American buffalo jumps, this was a mass die-off, where the water had some sort of bacteria bloom that killed massive amounts of fallow deer and at least 3 straight-tusked elephants. The Neanderthals who stumbled onto these carcasses must have had a feast. I can picture them now, drying meat, roasting rumps over the fire, relaxing after stumbling upon a gold mine of food. There was also a woolly rhino or two found at the site from periods of extreme cold. Neumark-Nord has many different sites, except Neumark-Nord 2 is just one of the more interesting ones, with lots of interesting facts that have not yet been published for the public, or have not yet been translated to English. Keep in mind this site was found in post-war Germany in the 60s. However, one more interesting thing to mention about Neumark-Nord is that no evidence of hearths have been found from 350,000 years ago onwards. Unfortunately, as mentioned before, very little is published on Neumark-Nord and Neumark-Nord 2, and what little is published is very poorly translated from German to English. I highly recommend you do some digging on your own. As always, let me know what you think. This has been Neanderthal Joe, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully, the next one will be a little longer. And don't forget to check the description for a link to the Neanderthal Mind podcast. Or is it Neanderthal? Alright, now that geek's gone, I just want to ask you guys how I'm doing on the channel and what direction or kind of videos you'd like to see in the future. Now, I'm waiting for a shipment of rocks, but there will definitely be a few more flint knapping videos in the future. Maybe a few more podcasts. I don't really want my channel to become podcast only, and the mammoth hunting video will not be possible because getting people sort of in the loop in that is kind of hard. I actually had more people sort of scheduled to come on and partake in it, but obviously schedules don't always match up and whatever. Anyways, if you'd like to see more experimental archaeology or more of these sort of sciencey explaining videos, please let me know. I'd be happy to make them. I like making videos. It's really a hobby, and it's in the edit and the interaction I get from you guys, and overall just a passion. Going back to the flint knapping videos for a minute, I'm going to be doing some Levallois technology. For those of you who don't know, Levallois technology is basically a Middle Paleolithic technology that the Neanderthals later developed into the Mysterian technology, which is what they're mostly known for. And obviously there'll be some leather working and such in the future as well. But like I said, just let me know what kind of videos that you'd like to see in the future. I can't always do super long videos. Like the mammoth hunting video took me almost a month to edit and get everyone's clips ready. So thank you for watching, and I didn't want to put out a 2 minute and 30 video after not posting for a week. So thank you guys for watching. And for those of you who have listened this far, please go check out my Facebook group, my Instagram, my Minds page, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye now. Love you all. This has been Neanderthal or Neanderthal Joe.